Hey everyone, I want to just make a short sort of announcement video here and tell you that the monthly budget review for January 2019 is going to be a couple days later than usual. I do have it filmed and uploaded, it's just not made public yet, but there are a couple of things that I needed to do before I get to that, one of which being to upload this video. Now, my purpose in making this video today is that basically there are going to be a couple of big changes to the channel. And I started thinking about this in maybe November or December of last year and thought that the new year would just be a good time to implement it. So the first thing that I want to mention is that way back when I started this channel in 2014, you guys know I like to compartmentalize my income. Basically, hey, this income coming from this source, this is going to go directly to this. And that's exactly what I did with this. I didn't really, when I started out the channel, think I would ever make hardly any money from this, but I thought, whatever I do make, I'll just put towards student loan payments. That makes sense. And then it made even more sense down the road when the channel sort of evolved into a personal finance channel. So it made perfect sense that anything that I made off the channel went to paying off my student loans, since that's my main focus. With that being said though, over the last 4+ years now, this has grown to the point where I am almost consistently making money off of this every month, and I can see that at some point in the future, whether it be a year or 2 years or 5 years down the road, that this might probably even be my main source of income. And because of that, and in order for that to happen, I can't say, oh, I'm making, $1,000 or $5,000 a month off AdSense revenue, which I'm not right now. I make about $100 a month. But later on, when I'm able to live off of what I make here on advertising, it doesn't make sense to say, oh, well, I just have to live off whatever job I have, and then this money is extra going toward these. If I truly am going to make this my main career, then I need to be able to allow myself to have the money that's coming in. And what I've been doing over the past year or 2 years is that, because I've promised that everything that I made from this channel is going to go to loans, when I was in pretty bad times and wasn't able, and I needed all that money that came in, when I would get a payment, I would make a list. I have a dry erase board of little payments of around $100 or so each that I would pay back to either my emergency fund or paying off toward debt, mostly toward the credit cards and student loans that I would pay back once I was able to. But making this change is going to stop that. Because basically what I'm saying is that I'm no longer going to take the money if I need it and then write a IOU to myself to pay it back later. In order to stop that, I'm changing what I'm doing. I'm not breaking the promise of whatever I make off this channel is going to go to student loans, because anything that I get in the PayPal link in the description of every video, that will still go directly to loans. I will give you a shout out in the next monthly budget review, and that there's no reason for that to change. But what I make off AdSense and maybe like a sponsored video or something like that, that will start to go to general living expenses, right? And as that increases, that will allow me to maybe quit a part-time job or work a little bit less, and that will allow me to work on the channel more, to better the content, to branch out more, and to create more content. So with that being said, that is the change that I'm making starting this year. Now, I did not have a payment come in January because December I didn't make enough, but I will have a payment of a little less than $200 coming in sometime in February, I think toward the end of February. And that payment I'm not gonna take and then put up on the board that I need to pay it back. That's just gonna go straight to whatever I need to use it for, and it's not something that I have to worry about paying back later. So with that being the case, again, I just want to say anything that you donate to the channel through the PayPal link in the description, that will directly go towards student loans. And if in the future there is any other sort of donation method, I'll figure out at that time, and I'll make it clear to you guys whether that's going to go toward student loans or whether that would just go to me. But I will let you know that at the time. So that's the first change. The second change, and this is the one that I don't think is going to be popular, and it's one that I really don't want to do, but I feel like I have to now. And that is the format of the monthly budget reviews is going to change. It's not changing a lot, but I have to change the format because I've been having some issues, which I'm going to get into. But when I show you guys the front page of my Mint account, it shows all the exact account balances and the institutions where those accounts are. And I really want to be open and honest with you guys. I want to show you exactly what's going on. And in May of 2017, when I started making those budget review videos, there wasn't a concern in my mind that it might have an adverse effect in some way. What has happened, though, over time, is that I've had some weird situations come up, which I'm going to get to in a minute, but I have had some situations in the past that I've made some videos about, and people coming across what a lot of people would consider personal information about me, like maybe where my bank accounts are located. Look, you know, when you have 200 subscribers like I did when I started, it's probably not a problem. But as the channel continues to grow, the problems continue to grow. Because unfortunately there are people out there who, for whatever reason, you cross a pretty obvious line and try to either access the accounts, or they try to impersonate me to the bank or the institution. And these aren't theoretical, these are things that have actually happened. Now, no one has like stolen my identity or anything like that, but people have certainly been trying to access my accounts. And I have reason to believe that the way that they know about the accounts and where they're located is because of these videos. I'm not going to get into the details of that, but what I will say is that while I am a very open and honest person, and I have no problem putting myself out there to the world on YouTube, there are unfortunately these people who, whatever their motivation is, they ruin it for everyone. And that's basically what has happened here. So there are a couple things that are going to happen. The first is that all previous budget review videos from May 2017, when I started them, up through December 2018, which was the last one prior to the one that's going to publish here in a couple days, they are no longer on the channel, no longer in the playlist. That is so people can't go back and look up that information. Now, from here on out, the only thing that I'm not going to show you guys is the front page of my Mint account, because by doing that, it is basically, it's taking away showing the exact account balances and, more importantly, where those are located. And I hope that that's going to stop the problems that I'm having with this. Now, I'm going to have some workarounds. I'm going to use the budget tab to show you the budget. I'm going to use the credit score tab to show you the credit score, because usually I just go over that on the front page. But everything else should still be the same, and maybe the videos will be slightly shorter because of this new format. But I want to say that while I haven't really mentioned this, definitely not on the channel, but really not to even anybody in person, I want to point out that this isn't simply a thing of like me getting notifications that somebody's like trying to get in my bank account. That's certainly, you know, a concern and annoying, but what is, I guess, what I could use as evidence to say, hey, this is actually a legitimate problem that I have to do something about, is that I've had some instances in the past, and I did make a video about the main one, which I will post up above in a card if you want to watch that video. But I have had several instances. I've had people contact former employers impersonating me in order to instigate arguments with those people. I've had to file a couple of police reports over time for harassment from certain individuals who were doing things like that. I had somebody contact my college impersonating me, saying they were going to write an article about me for a magazine, but then when they got in contact with my former professors, they impersonated me. I have no idea. And these are just the things I know about. I'm sure there's a lot more that I don't. So I hate that I have to make this more private, and I know it's going to be an unpopular decision, but like, I don't know what else to do, right? I can't stop these crazy people from doing this. And that's the thing. I don't know if they're just like crazy and they're just doing it because of that. I don't know if it's a malicious intent. I don't know. But with that being said, with the malicious part being said, I do want to reference again the video that I just posted a link to up above. Back in summer 2017, so almost 2 years ago, this is one of the situations and an example why I have to do this. I had and I haven't talked about this on this channel, but somebody contacted my current employer, meaning that I'm assuming they used the budget videos to find out the name of the company I worked for, then contacted them, made them aware of my YouTube channel. Not that there was anything on here that was negative toward that employer, because there wasn't, but made them aware of my YouTube channel, and made them aware that I was searching for a job. So I can't really go into details about it, but that directly led to me no longer having a job. And so all of the struggle that you guys have seen me in from October of 2017 to really this past month when I got my next full-time job, all of the financial difficulties that I've had and all of the stress and just misery, all of that is because one person used the information in my video to go and, I don't know their intention, but really messed things up, right? And it wasn't something that I recovered from very well at all. And I think that that there are still more things down the road that, even though I have a job now, I'm not going to be able to get money enough, like, to take care of these other things that are coming up, that if I just had steady employment all along, would not even be issues. But yeah, so that is exactly why I have to make this change. And I absolutely hate that I have to make this change. And if I want, well, there is the potential down the road that, and I'm talking maybe like a couple years or more down the road, I might be able to return to showing you that page. There are some steps that I think a little bit later on I can take where I could publicly reveal that information, and it might not be as damaging. But as of right now, with all of this stuff that continues to happen and what's happened in the past, and seeing how devastating that has been to be put in that situation, I have to make that change. So I hope you guys understand. I realize this is probably going to be an unpopular decision, and I mean, quite frankly, I don't want to do it either, but I have to do something. And with that being said, I just wanted to get this video up before I uploaded the January budget review. I am hoping to have this video up on either the 3rd or 4th of January. More than likely, the budget review will be live around the 7th of January. Oh, wow. I'm not even in the right month. February. Yeah, so 3rd or 4th of February, this video will go up. By the 7th of February, my new January 2019 budget review will be up. I hope you guys are okay with the new format. Either leave me a comment down in the description or down below here and let me know how you feel about all this, or wait until the new video comes out, see what the format is like, and let me know there. Or if you have any suggestions of another workaround. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I just wanted to get this out there. I know I haven't posted a video in a week or two, but this is what I've been working on. So hopefully this will allow me to continue to make those videos, but without some of the negative consequences of it. So thanks.